Hey everyone, Francesco here, and while I'm working, I just wanna say some words about this year. How this went, and basically, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, I just wanna start saying that uh, the main goal and my main purpose of this year were about setting good foundations, really strong foundation for my businesses, for my skills, and at the end of the day, I think the overall process went quite good on this point of view. I wouldn't lie to you. One of the goal was to hit 10k a month, so this did not happen, and it is what it is. Things don't happen by chance in the long term run, so there's a lot of things I gotta learn, and have a lot of things that maybe I already have, but it just simply takes time. And one of the other goal was to move out. It was not about a simple thing. The fact that I was going to hit the fact that I was going to hit a certain ceiling implicated the fact that I could move out. So two things that cannot coexist with each other, but at the end of the day, I think I just need to really be patient, and it was really struggling, and I would say that is by far the year that I grow the most. The most transformative year that I've ever been, in these 20 years of life. And I just want to share, some insights, some good, bad things that happened, not only in the single event, but in the overall process. So I just wanna start with saying that I started to be really patient again, which is a skill that almost no one in the planet is having right now. Only a small percentage, yes. And just because all this social media, all this thing just release fast thing every time, but I realized that it just sucks. And one of the habits that make me really patient was about reading one book a week. And to be honest, I started this quarter, so at the end of September, something like that. I was reading book, but I didn't have the thing of reading it one a week. And honestly, I don't even set as a goal to read one book a week. Yes, so it came out of my system and out of my process. So that's the really good part. And I think this last 12 weeks I read more than 15 to 20 books. I didn't count the exact number, but I'm quite sure that I broke the ceiling of more than one of a week, and it was really good because at the end of the day, you just need to stay 1 hour, sit down on your chair, and just read. And honestly, this simple but effective habit was really extremely helpful. And I'm just gonna continue it, and I'm learning a lot of stuff to implement, and I'm just happy to do it. So another good thing is about setting the right foundation, as I said before. So when it comes to this, to principles, so to the rock base of a castle, no one can see the no one can see the walls and all the things that the empire will have. But at the end of the day, the true basis, the true fundamentals that besides on the floor are the ones that are the most important. Yes, no one can see them, but at the end of the day, they are the most important. So it took me really a lot of time to deal with this, to understand that it compound really a lot just by doing this thing. And first of all, I noticed in my sport, yes, not just in business but also in sport, when I really learned the basics and the fundamentals are the best, everything else was 10 times 20 times easier over the period of time. Yes, so it isn't sexy, sometimes it's not even the most fun thing to do. You can play with it, but it's just something that I notice from my experience, and also from really successful athletes, and also in life, wherever it is. Yes, you gotta be having a really strong foundation about something, because that is gonna determine, first of all, the speed of how much you can grow, and also, as I said before, all the problems, all the things usually happens when you don't have a strong foundation. Doesn't mean that if I have a strong foundations or good fundamentals on something, I won't have any kind of problem. Yes, but the simple fact of building them before in the process, but you can also build them during the process. It's not a problem. As I said before, I didn't have a really good principle and foundations on the fencing, and then I built it. But you can learn it also in the process. But it's just one of the, I would say, dumbest thing that I've noticed in order to achieve something meaningful. And I think we continue with this, and these were basically really good part. Now let's move to I would say the bad and the ugly. So honestly, just looking from the process point of view, I honestly can't see anything that was extremely bad. Yes, at the end of the day, the process is about trying to get a guess, trying to hypothesize something, and then test it. That's it. And doesn't mean that it was a failure, it was anything like that. I just see them as a wrong guess, a wrong hypothesis, and like there's nothing stopping you from moving forward. So most of the time, yes, 99% of the time. So it just do what it is. I don't see it as a failure or anything like that. So as I said before, some goals were not achieved, and like the simple fact of not having achieved them, not have kept my words, sometimes sucks. But I understand that is a process, and it will take time. It's just a wrong guess, so it is what it is. About the ugly, I'll just say that it isn't an ugly, but I'm really happy that I right now can realize. So two major things. So first of all, the first thing is about just what it was like last year, and at the beginning of the last quarter. So actually my family lost 1,000 euros a month, so basically 12,000. I have to stop fencing, yes, and it was one of the things that I enjoy the most. So from a person that was training almost every day, it sucks a lot, but I understand that it's not the end of the world. There are people that still fence at the highest level at 40-45 years old. Doesn't mean that I will do it, but it actually makes me project the future more broad over the time, longer, and I just think that from these events and experience, I just learn to look at things for what they are. Yes, to think critically about that, and not judging by the emotions, and I would say that this is one of the best things that happened this year. And paradoxically, stopping fencing, I would say hands down was one of the best things that could happen to me. And you would say you're fucking stopping fencing, like, why should be happy? Like in the moment I wasn't happy, but all the things that I learned, that all comes down, like, are just priceless. Yes, so an example of this, honestly, I had a quite internal debate on myself if I should ever talk to you about this online YouTube. But at the end of the day I realized that I'm speaking to persons that maybe are in a far worse, or maybe the same position where it is, but they can actually learn something valuable. And yeah, just hoping I can help you around something. So basically, like almost 2 months ago, like my grandma wasn't feeling so good. Like it was a period that she wasn't eating or wherever it is. Yes, like her body wasn't feeling so good, and I just have when I visit her, I just had the kind of feeling of, there's something wrong. That there's something that, is not gonna happen to be good, and yeah, a few days after I visit her, I with my parents, I just looked at them and said, yeah, we have to help them, to have the going to a hospital, and that's uh, what I did, and that's what we did, and hopefully right now she's good, but like 2 days after she went to a hospital, at the nurse said to us, if she kept in the state, if she was going to stay in the state of her body, she would end up dying. So one part of me is kind of a contrast, right? So one part of me is like just sad from this kind of side, but a little part made me realize that the single ability that I have in that moment to be decisive and to look at things for what they are was extremely helpful. How much did it have impact on saving a life? I wouldn't say I saved my grandma or wherever it is, because at the end of the day there was a health system in place. I didn't nurse them, I didn't nurse her, so from that point of view I didn't save it, but I'm knowledgeable for the fact that the single fact that I was decisive and I took a decision in that moment was really impactful on that. Just because I wasn't emotional, I could see things for what they are. Like things were not good. Like we didn't have the instrument to see, to measure her body. So as I said, one side, the most part is just sadness. The other part, make me realize, the growth that I end up having, especially in this last quarter, and like growth doesn't actually happen linearly but exponentially. So from this point of view, I'm just like this. So the last part, as I said before, is about not identifying the result with your identity. So I learned that I'm not my result. I'm not the output of what I'm doing, but I learned that at the end of the day, you are what you're doing. the the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. And this is something that I learned in the past, but this year like was just a hammer on this. So it's quite a simple, it's a kind of cliche, but it's quite unuseful to look at others, to compare with others for the sake of comparison. I would argue that at a level is useful depending on the personality. Like Michael Jordan have the kind of personality, really strong on the, let's say, competitive side, or even Kobe Bryant, where it is. But it was at that kind of level where they were, the top 3 athletes, basketball player of their year for 10-15 years. So and they were constantly on that. So on sport, I would say that only on that side and only on that thing you gotta be, I see the pattern of that. I still don't know if it is a good thing, but it really comes down to the personality that you have and the goal that you want to achieve. And this is just the beautiful. So the grass isn't greener on the other side, it's greener where you water it. And I just wanna spend a quick minute to thank all the people that helped me this year, that maybe were on the same path or simply just give me a shout out. So first of all, I just want to thank all the coaches, all the people that I've been working with. So Iman, Ernest, Ismail, Jawad, Nikita, really a lot of guys, girls, and just want to say thank you. Even for a period to Aaron, I learned a lot of stuff, and it was good. So I think that I have to give a good shout out to my family, that in the good and bad and ugly, they always even if there was some debate or wherever it is, they were, at the end of the day, they love me and they will love me. So thank you. And also to my friends. I know you are watching this. I know that you guys are silent on this, but guys, I can see the statistics on YouTube, so I cannot see directly who's watching, but I just want to say thank you. I know you're there watching this, and hope you have a good 2026, and see you on the path.